From an undisclosed backyard outside of Fayetteville, North Carolina, this is Renegades Weekly. Hi, friends. With a couple of weeks off with Zach Neubauer, I'm Rob Adams, and we're here. Another Renegades Weekly live podcast joins you, unless you're listening to the audio version, then it doesn't work as well.
And it's not like immediately live. It's like kind of live, but not really live.
Yeah, it's sort of live.
Yeah.
I think there's actually a duck quacking, by the way, nearby, which is just phenomenal ambiance.
Yeah. I didn't pick that up. I have this thing on my keys. It's called a tile.
Yeah.
You can see that right there. Free plug for tile.
There you go.
I lose stuff all the time, Rob. And what this does is that when I lose stuff, I can basically call it with my phone to make it make a noise, and then I can find it. And right as you started talking, I accidentally pushed the button on it, so it started like making a noise. It'll do that too. It'll just start making a beeping noise. So I thought maybe that's what you were confusing. Like you were confusing that with a duck.
No, you're safe.
All right,
you're safe. But
you definitely know the difference between a duck and keys beeping. Now, right?
I do. But occasionally I do hear some quacking off in the distance, and the rain that was pouring here a moment ago seems to have stopped. But give it 15 minutes, it'll start again.
Yeah, we had a brief little something or other of rain, today. I was driving around a little bit and would go through patches where it was raining and then mostly it wasn't.
Yes.
So I feel like it's just damp on the East Coast today.
Yes. Now, if I can turn serious for a minute, because I have a confession to make. Okay. I may have cheated on the Renegades today.
Robert.
I did.
Robert Elaine Adams.
Thanks for that middle name. I like that.
It's my daughter's middle name.
I went and visited the stadium and met the broadcaster for the Fayetteville Woodpeckers.
Oh no.
I did.
How dare you? Did he invite you into the booth?
No, but we're invited back for tomorrow night's game.
That's good. So it's a broadcaster with some integrity.
Yes, he did invite us back, the whole family. Obviously, it's Monday, so everyone's off. But he was very, very nice. Andrew Chapman was very nice. We connected on Twitter, and I just wished him well. And I've seen their stadium before, and we just happened to be messaging each other. And I said, you know what? I'm standing.
One thing led to another, and
I said, I am standing in the stadium right now. And he said, oh, wait a minute. So we met and talked a little bit out near the team store. And
how it always happens. I just happen to be at your stadium right now.
I'm still all yours, Dutchess County.
Sure.
Well, then you got more problems than just me, if that's the case, because I was not alone. Sean was there as well.
What?
Your employee might have also cheated.
Yeah, this became a very different situation now. Father-son cheating combo.
It is.
I know. That's the stuff that people used to write to Penthouse about.
He's literally right inside the door to my left. So
I'm sure he is.
Yes, right.
He's never allowed to be in the same room as you when you're recording this. Sean is always behind a door or a wall, listening, with his ear up to the keyhole. Yeah,
that is true. That's about true. Yep. Pretty much it.
Sean Adams, keyhole pressed against his ears at all times.
Absolutely. That's how he rolls. As for the baseball team that we like to talk about, the Renegades had a 4 out of 7 trip to Wilmington with a 3-game losing streak thrown in just for good measure. And they lost a doubleheader. So they picked it back up over the weekend, playing a little better baseball now.
Yeah, that's a little rough to take 3 L's pretty much right away and then win out the rest of the series, which is great. But that's not always jumping off to the right foot. Is take a loss, take a doubleheader loss, and then you're like, oh, we're down 0-3 in this 7-game series.
And to be exact, they won on Tuesday, but remember they lost Sunday before they left. Then they
that's
lost
right.
to Brooklyn.
I conflated the days. Yeah, that's
right. They lost on Sunday to Brooklyn. Then won Tuesday, lost Wednesday, lost a duo on Thursday. So a little 4 out of 5 loss there. Not what we like to see in the Hudson Valley.
Ain't bad, right?
That's right.
Is that the Meatloaf song?
Not quite, but that's a good try. So they got it going the right way to finish the weekend, and hopefully they'll go to Aberdeen tomorrow night and have some better luck.
Yeah, going up against the Iron Birds.
That's right. Last time they will see the Iron Birds, which is amazing.
Last time they're not coming here and we're not going there again.
That's it.
This schedule's fun.
Yeah.
It's all over the place. What do we play? Brooklyn like 65 times now over the next month?
Pretty much.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll never see Aberdeen again. That's all right.
We're going to see, I think, Jersey Shore once more, Wilmington, I think, once more, a ton with Brooklyn, and then one of the North Carolina teams, Greensboro, which I am honestly a little surprised that we don't have like 5 more series against Jersey Shore, because that does kind of feel like that was our vibe early in the season was like, all right, play Jersey Shore, then play Jersey Shore, then do Jersey Shore again, and then we'll sprinkle in Aberdeen, and then you do Jersey Shore again. Right. Pretty much. Yeah. But it's going on all throughout minor league baseball, and talking to folks in Fayetteville today, they were saying, well, they don't see the Delmarva Shorebirds, for instance, which is part of their low A East, I believe they're in. So I guess we're all dealing with it this year, and next year it'll be a whole different thing.
Yeah. I think you'll see the schedule a lot more diverse next year. And obviously the reasons why it's so packaged, I think makes sense. Yeah. It's a little bit more isolated for extended periods of time. But you do kind of get sick of seeing the same team over and over and over and over again. Yeah, it does get a little crazy. I do think the Renegades will go to Rome, Georgia next year, and I think Rome will come to us next year. So Rome, if you want to. I see what you did there. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. I worked hard on that one. Who sings that? There's a song, Rome, if you want to. B-52s. That's the B-52s? Wow. That's I'm always surprised at the non-Love Shack songs from the B-52s. Like, Rock Lobster. That's right. Like just a fever dream of a song. Yes. Yeah. That's a good way to put it. A fever dream. I played it once back when I was DJing weddings. I played it at a wedding per a request. I didn't just come in hot with Rock Lobster. And I remember at one point there was a youth who had not heard of this song, and they were just standing there awestruck by what was happening to them. The people who requested it were loving it. They were loving the Rock Lobster, and it's got kind of a fun little like very good. That's it. But like, if you're listening to the words of that song, it is just insanity for like 8 minutes. It's a really long song. Oh yeah, it's and there's actually a shorter version that exists, but yeah, the really long version is just total insanity. The one I had was like 7-8 minutes, and like everybody was into it, but like it's like, is this song ever gonna stop doing what it's doing? Lobster, boom, 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 boom. I was at the beach. There comes a lobster. And one of the members of the B-52s owned I'll call it a hotel, although it's really kind of a kitschy hotel in the Catskills. So what was it called? Kate's. Oh, now I got to look it up. Now you're killing me, because it feels like a honeymoon destination, and a real missed opportunity to call it the Love Shack. I got it. Nope, it's not. It's Kate's Lazy Cabin. Got it. Is that a name of a song? Did she name it after one of her songs? They have like a lazy cabin, like a Jack Johnson ripoff from the B-52s, like making banana pancakes and sitting at the lazy cabin. Nope. Sort of situation. It was just a matter of she just named it Kate's Lazy Meadow. And Kate's Lazy Meadow. Okay. Yep. And Kate's Lazy Cabin, and she's selling it $2.2 million. So let's get on that. I got that lying around. I think we do. I could sell one of the interns and probably get at least $100. So that's at least a start. Well, I think you've got an intern you can ask him. I know. Right? Look at that segue right there. Let's let him jump in. I'm going to turn his mic on. That's professional, let me tell you. All right. Connor, you there?
Hi, guys. How's it going?
Hi, Connor. If you're watching live, Connor is this little blurb of a hat right here. Yeah, right there is Connor. And for those not watching, Connor is, in my view, to the left of Zach, wearing a tannish color hat and a Renegades blue staff polo. No name on the back, of course. No name on the back, of course. Yeah. Right, we're not going down that road. Yeah. Sure. Can you hear him okay? Go ahead, Rob, Connor. Can you hear him? Connor, talk.
Rob, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Oh, perfect. All right, Connor, tell me about the B-52s. What is your experience with them? What do you know about them?
What was the name of your favorite album by the B-52s? Just tell me about the B-52s.
You guys have been talking about it there, and I've been racking my head trying to figure out what you're talking about. But
Well, because you're a big fan of like the giant airplane from like World War II, right?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But the Rock Lobster, I had no idea until you started singing it, and I've heard that song.
You have heard the song. I think it was on Family Guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Family Guy did a bit, but it's also like a song that exists in the world.
There's no way you can't know Love Shack.
Yeah. Have you never been to a wedding?
Yeah, you know Love Shack. You probably, at this point, and no disrespect, Kay Pearson and the B-52s, but you probably never want to hear Love Shack again.
Yeah. Every time it comes on, like, if I'm at a wedding, I usually get into, like, I'm a very good wedding guest. I don't know how you are.
Sure you are.
Guest. I'm a good wedding guest. And I whenever I hear it, I get into it, but it's not my favorite song. Hop in my Chrysler, it's as big as a whale, and it's about to set sail.
Oh my God, people are turning us off left and right with not intended to you, but yeah.
Yeah, sure. That was not an indictment of my abilities.
No, it was more of an indictment of the song. But anyway.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up Rock Lobster right now. See if I can play a little bit without getting us kicked off.
My God, it is impressively dark skies here.
49 seconds long. That is way too long.
There it is.
This song. Yeah, but I'm not. Yeah, but I'm not.
Party. We were at a party. Right.
Someone reached in and grabbed it.
That was a rock
Lobster.
Oh.
All right. I think that's probably a safe amount. 6 minutes and 49 seconds of that over and over again.
Yeah, that's literally what it is.
Over and over and over. And Conor, what do you think? Is that the new like jam? Is that the summer hit that's going to be coming back for all the youngins?
I mean, you hear the beat there and you're like, wow, this might be something. And then you hear that guy start doing the voice and go skabada-bop or whatever he did.
Scatty-bop. I don't know what they say there either, but yeah, Lobster.
His vocals are quite unique.
Yeah.
I've got me a Chrysler. It's as
big as a whale.
You know,
he sounds like the guy describing the Hindenburg crashing, right? That type of like broadcaster is like, all right, we're here at the whatever airfield. Now we're about to see a great triumph in human engineering.
My God.
The Hindenburg, named after William Randolph Hindenburg, will be taking off in his debut flight on the beautiful airship. This will revolutionize travel. Oh no, it's falling to the ground. The humanity. People are dying. Fields are on fire. Cows are running away.
Oh my. What have we done? Conor, what have we done?
Yeah, what have we done? We set a whole blimp on fire.
Right over Duchess Stadium. What is wrong with us?
Are you familiar with the Hindenburg, Conor?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's Conor.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm familiar with it.
Okay, good.
Blimp crashed.
Yeah, I mean, we started on the level of like you hadn't heard of the B-52s. And so I just want to make sure.
That's a good point.
You know?
Excellent
I only know about the B-52 aircraft because I read a book about a famous crash of that B-52. I think it was called Unbroken. Did you ever read Unbroken?
No.
I think Angelina Jolie made it into a movie. I never saw the movie. I read the book, but it's about a guy. Do you know what I'm talking about, Conor?
Yeah, the guy who becomes a POW.
Yeah, he like crashes. The plane crashes. He gets captured in like, it's like during World War II. And he's caught and kept in a Japanese internment camp, right? Mm-hmm. Basically. And and is like tortured forever. And yeah, it's a real romp.
To be clear, I am not laughing at what Zach is saying.
You think POWs are very funny.
I am laughing at Nancy Muller's comment who said, looks like someone had too much coffee today. Looks like someone had too much coffee.
I was at the office, pulled out a Keurig coffee pod. I feel like you could do that for anything, right? Say it in that voice.
I think that was his Family Guy bit, was they did a bunch of stuff in his voice.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think there was. Yep. Yep.
I was
right.
at the shop, getting myself an oil change.
I'll try to steer us back to baseball.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Minute. Good luck.
Come on. I want you to come up with a segue that ties this back in.
Oh, there's no way.
Come on.
There is no segue. It's just
I was at the park, watching myself a baseball game. Suddenly out came a pitcher. That pitcher looked like a rock pitcher. It's like they even fall out of like rhythm with the little guitar riff too throughout the song.
Oh, Susan, you've already missed Love Shack. I think Susan's joining us late. We did Love Shack. And Susan, by the way, hates Love Shack with like I can't even tell you. The heat of 1,000 suns.
Well, it's a love shack. It's a little old place where we can get together.
I probably shouldn't have admitted that she hates Love Shack. Sorry, Susan.
Yeah. You're outing her as a love shack, shack hater.
As a Love Shack hater, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, she's much more for like the prude barn, right? Where no love is happening. The hate barn. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the opposite of a love shack. I guess a shack and a barn are kind of similar.
I'm looking at the live chat. Live chat, baby, live chat. As the rain picks back up here. And
what was the B-52 song that you were talking about that led us down this again? It was one that I hadn't heard, right?
Oh, it was Rome. Because I said Rome in honor of the Rome Braves.
That's right. Okay, yeah. Rome, if you want to. Yeah.
Wow, It is raining. Yeah.
Show us a rain shot, Rob. Let's see it.
I'm going to have to turn the computer to do so, but
Let's do it. Let's do it. Can you do it without losing us?
I think I can. Can you kind of see the rain out in the backyard?
I can just see the other house.
That's what I thought. Wave to the other people.
Oh, there's some water. You can see some water coming down on the side, like the drain water. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that is kind of scary.
Well, it's pouring hard enough that you may actually see it come across the computer anytime now. And I thought I had a tarp to cover it up with, but I don't think I can save this.
Yeah, I was in Manhattan on Saturday. I was like, I'm going to go for a little day trip into the city, and was sitting in Central Park reading a book, as one does, and it just started pouring. And I kept like hiding under stuff, trying to Google like, well, where's like a nice bar I can maybe hop into and kill some time. And then every place I Googled was closed that day.
Yes.
And so I was walking in the storm to get to a place, and would get there and be like, oh, it's raining. So I'm out. Conor, has that ever happened to you?
Where I've walked and just
have you ever been reading a book in Central Park and it started raining and you were trying to find a spot to go, but every place that you looked was closed, and you got really wet trying to walk to several different places? Does that happen to you?
In a roundabout way, but
oh, interesting. Do tell.
Actually, the other day I was walking around. I was going to meet my friends at their house.
And then you saw a lobster.
By the way, his microphone is just low enough that he sounds like a third wheel on this broadcast.
Oh, that's so funny. I'm trying to turn him up. Talk louder, Conor.
Oh my goodness. Is that better? Whoa.
Yeah. Hey, I pegged him. He's good.
There I am. But yeah, I got absolutely drenched in the weekend rain, and it was no fun. There was no book. There was no park. There was houses.
That makes sense because Conor can't read.
Yeah, you put me on the pictures here, what I'm doing right now.
Yeah. Well, looking over there. Yeah, he's looking at all the pictures. He's looking at the player pictures and trying to organize them.
Oh, God.
That's what that hat right there is trying to do.
Hector, who's
small screen.
Hector, whose house this is now watching. And he said, yes. Oh, wow. I just had a huge flash of lightning. I had the great pleasure of drinking coffee like a champ this morning, which is his way of saying, and I can't believe I'm going to make this admission, I drank out of a Dallas Cowboys mug.
Wow, I don't care.
I know you don't. I do.
Conor, do you care? Are you what's your football allegiance?
It's to the New York Jets.
So no, he doesn't care either.
No, he doesn't care either. Yeah.
You must be a Giants guy, I'm assuming. Right? We've gone deep into all our loyalties. I know that you love the Mets.
Love the Mets.
You're a big fan of the Mets. And
love the Mets.
Yeah,
Love
specifically the black uniforms. You're
the
really
black
big fan of
uniforms.
the black
I
uniforms.
can't wait to be there for the Mets black uniforms when they start wearing them. Cannot wait.
Yeah.
Speaking
I
of
bet they're
black,
excited too because it's usually pretty cold and it like warms you up wearing the black. So
yeah. But speaking of black uniforms, I am a fan of the 6-time Super Bowl champion Pittsburgh Steelers.
oh, interesting.
Yes.
So you are a Steeler guy. I'm trying to figure out why you care then about the Cowboys because it's not really a division rivalry.
Because
it's a historic rivalry.
yeah, historic.
Right?
Yes, the history.
There's probably now that I'm thinking about it, there's probably a lot of times that the Cowboys and the Steelers were playing in important football games.
They played in 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah, that. Those were important.
That'd be a big deal. So I'm guessing you're a Vikings guy?
I guess by default. I've gotten to the point now where like I feel like my football fandom is much more aligned with like fantasy football than it is with the Vikings. I care if the Vikings do well, but I'm not like a paint my face. Sometimes Cal and I would like hop on the train, head down and just like hang out with some friends of ours that tailgate. And then I was like, all right, we're just going to hop on, head back home, watch the game at our house. And most of the time we end up throwing on like NFL Red Zone. And because then you can kind of just check in on the Vikings every time something happens. But
I like that. That works for me.
Yeah. How about you, Connor? What's your football thing again? You said the Jets?
The Jets.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't have a rival because your team sucks so bad.
Okay. That's uncalled for. We're on the come up.
I think it's perfectly called for.
No. This is their year.
Of course it is.
This is
year.
They finally got rid of Sam Darnold, so it's their year, right?
We got the Mormon missile, Zach Wilson. He's ready to shine.
The Mormon
missile. What else you got? Le'Veon Bell? Is that still a thing?
No, he's gone. He's canned.
Bilal Powell? You still got Bilal running around?
I have no idea about who
is your current running back? Let's
Michael
go.
Carter.
Sure.
The second, the UNC third round pick.
Yeah, that sounds like a Denzel Washington character.
Emerson.
Yeah, Michael Carter. He's mad because his son's heart doesn't work or something, and he's gonna go murder everybody about it.
John Riggins, your running back? No?
Yeah? John Riggs?
John Riggins?
John Riggins?
Oh.
He was a Jets running back 40 years ago, 50 maybe.
Yeah. We were both dead at that time.
Yeah, I know that. I was not. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
How about that Bill Belichick, head coach of your New York Jets? I watched the Bill versus Bill documentary or whatever it was before moving out here and was like, oh, look at that. He was the Jets head coach for like a week or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, a day. Was it even a week?
Yeah, it was a day.
It was really short.
Yeah.
Signed
Not
it
good.
on a napkin, said I'm out.
Not good.
Fun.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much on a napkin. That's true. No longer HCNYJ. That is true.
That's what he wrote?
Yeah.
That's up there with the I'm back Michael Jordan press release.
Yeah, exactly.
A cocktail napkin.
By the way, speaking of Michael Jordan, the reviews of the new Space Jam are not kind.
Yeah, but I've seen it. I watched it on HBO.
What'd you think?
I did not necessarily enjoy it, but but here's my thought. All right.
Okay.
You got to put these movies in their proper context.
Okay.
That movie was never going to be good.
Fair.
There's no way that there is like a beautiful story arc that is carried out to its completion, that LeBron has a massive change, that the conflict is real. That was never going to happen.
Okay.
Right? If you watch the original Space Jam, it's not a good movie either.
It's not great.
It's not. No, Connor, it is not good. It is not a good movie. Watch it again. It is nostalgic. It's full of a bunch of like inside baseball movie references, and it's not great. That's all I'm saying. It's
fair.
Fun. Maybe there's some kid who's going to get really into basketball now because he watched this iteration of Space Jam. Probably more likely basketball video games than actual basketball, but I don't know. I watched it. I was bored for most of it. You knew they were going to win. You knew it was going to be really weird, and it was.
Yeah,
you're like some of the little like cutaway reference bits, though. There were some that I wasn't expecting. That you forget that Warner Brothers owns those things.
You are not going to confuse Space Jam with, Citizen Kane. It's not going to happen.
No, but there was a scene in Space Jam that was from Casablanca because it's a Warner Brothers property.
That is true.
There was what's the name of the girl in Casablanca? I can't remember her name. The actress.
Elsa.
Elsa's the character name. Well, there's a scene where Elsa goes, "Play it again, Sam," and it's
right.
like,
which she doesn't actually say, but okay.
Or she says, "Play it again for old time's sake," or whatever the actual line is. And
the actual line is "Play it, Sam. Play it again for old time's sake. Play as time goes by."
Yeah. So, and then the person playing it is like a Looney Tune. Like,
that's solid.
That's who Sam is.
Okay.
And there are a couple little references in there. Like Lola Bunny is like trying to get the like Wonder Woman qualifier to become like a whatever in like the movie Wonder Woman, whatever they are, the Amazon test. Like there's little bits like that. I'm like, that's kind of fun. That's kind of interesting. Movie's still bad, but
Conor, may I note he's doing the hands the whole time? It's so great.
The hands are extremely active.
The hands are active. It's excellent. Excellent hand work, must say.
Yeah, this is really good for the audio podcast version.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Nancy's active, saying it depends on how old you were when you watched it.
Right. And it doesn't make it good, even if you were the right age. It just makes it something that you watched.
You enjoyed.
Yeah.
You enjoyed
it's all just a big commercial.
Well, yeah, that's one way to look at it. Speaking of commercials.
Everybody get up. Sorry.
Speaking of commercials, merch.
What do you want to talk about with merch?
Whatever you want to tell me. What's new merch-wise?
I have no idea.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone.
Yeah, boom. I don't know. It's the same. We got most of the same stuff. We still don't have the 5950 on-field hat that everybody wants. We still don't have anything that interlocks. We do have Columbia stuff, which I talked about last time, which looks really cool.
Really great.
But for the most part, we just are working on getting more of the things. Oh, okay. Perfect. All right. Sorry. I got very distracted by, can I go on a bit of a rant? I know
Please.
this, I never do this, right?
I enjoy rants.
Okay. Cal and I are trying to get an apartment, right?
Excellent.
We've been trying to lock this in, right?
Okay.
Conor heard me talking about this a little bit earlier.
This
Okay.
is good stuff.
Yeah, this is
You'll
great.
enjoy
This is
it, Rob.
great stuff.
This
Okay.
is good stuff this morning.
We go through, I'm only bringing this up because I just got a text saying that everything is good now. But I got an email this morning.
Yeah.
We've been trying to find a place. We finally locked down a place we can afford, place we like.
Okay.
Fill out the application. Application comes back denied this morning.
Uh-oh.
Right? And I'm like, weird, but why? And it's because I have a misdemeanor on my record when they pulled my background check. Okay. You want to hear what this misdemeanor was for?
Okay. Well, I think I'm far enough away from you. Okay, go ahead.
Sure. Driving a motor vehicle without wearing a seatbelt. So I got denied for an apartment this morning because in 2019, I got a ticket for not wearing my seatbelt in my car. So I called and I was like, am I really losing this place because I wasn't wearing a seatbelt one day in November of 2019? And they were like, well, the thing that got flagged was the misdemeanor part of it. And I was like, okay. And they're like, we don't know if you like pled down to a seatbelt ticket or what actually went on. And then I started getting a little sassy. I was like, oh yeah, sure. That's true. They couldn't pin the murder on me, but they could get me with a seatbelt ticket. So they gave me a seatbelt ticket. So I had to spend the morning calling Ramsey County in Minnesota. I was on hold for probably with different departments for probably about a half hour to an hour. So that I could get emailed a thing that said on November 19th, 2019, Zach got a seatbelt ticket and that it was not a murder pled down to seatbelt. It was seatbelt only and that he paid the fine. So I just got a text saying, we're all good. Everything's approved. I've got the apartment. So, but it's salty when I got back about it because I was like, I was sending real passive aggressive emails like, hey, here's the documents you guys asked for. Hopefully this will suffice in proving that I am not a serial killer. But if you need more documentation, I can go get that. But
good to know.
Yeah, they wanted to make sure I wasn't a public safety risk, you know? which I guess I get. Conor, thoughts?
Conor, run.
Yeah.
Conor, the door is locked. Give me your thoughts.
Oh, no, it was excellent though, Rob, when he came in this morning after we set up this nice cart behind him. But
Oh yeah, new cart.
Oh,
About that. He was actually here when I got I didn't mention why I was all of a sudden upset, but I got the email this morning while we were setting up the cart. And I was like, all right, well, I just need to leave for a bit. And then I left and went and dealt with it. But yeah, anyway, as you were, Conor.
yeah, so he came back though, and he's like, well, I have a story for you. And then he went on the whole thing and he told us everything. And I just really enjoyed the part that they were going to try and sneak the denial in through an email. They weren't going to call him or anything and say like, hey, you're denied because of your seatbelt.
Yeah.
But they just snuck it in. They're like, okay, we just don't want you here with a seatbelt.
Yeah. They're like, if you'll notice, it's listed as a misdemeanor and misdemeanors are pretty serious. And I'm like, did it tell you what the misdemeanor's for? And then when I called Ramsey County, they're like, well, technically it's a petty misdemeanor. And I was like, still, big old M word is keeping me out of an apartment right now. So if you guys could send something saying that I didn't stab anybody, that I was not like fleeing the scene of a robbery and wasn't wearing my seatbelt, and the only thing they could pin on me was the seatbelt, right? It's like, you know, they got Al Capone on tax evasion. They got me on seatbelt.
you know, how do we not know, considering part of the movie takes place in Minnesota, how do we not know Fargo wasn't about you, Zach?
Yeah, that's true. They couldn't get him for the wood chipper part. They could only get him because his tabs were expired.
Right. Exactly. Have you seen Fargo, Conor?
Conor, Fargo, Coen Brothers?
Ooh, I have not. I've heard of it.
Okay, so you don't know what I'm talking about with the wood chipper? Or do you
No,
understand
there's
that?
some hefty spoilers being dropped by you
Oh,
right
man. Oh, no. Oh, you
Well,
betcha.
Oh, you betcha.
Yeah, he's kind of funny looking in like a, the normal way.
I'm not going to say the next line because you'll actually answer me. And we don't want to do
Sure.
that on Renegades Weekly.
I don't know. I swore last week, so
Yeah, you did. Did you bleep that? I never did hear the finish.
I forgot to.
That's phenomenal.
Yep. So
Yep.
it's probably out there somewhere. At least it wasn't terrible. It wasn't the worst one of the words I could have said.
Nah, we could have done worse.
It is funny. So I worked for the St. Paul Saints. They posted something today that was like, they're doing like their behind the scenes series, and they focused one on the press box. And it starts with Joey, who's the one who kind of took over my job. And I think in the first 5 seconds, she swears and they bleep it out. And I was like, oh, that sounds about right. That sounds about what the press box sounds like when stuff's not going well. That's usually what it sounds like.
I'm sorry, are we talking about St. Paul or Wapping?
That was in St. Paul, but like,
Okay, just
she
checking.
may have learned a few habits as my intern that carried over.
I think the quacking has begun again, by the way.
Is what's his name from behind the
The
dugout?
tough guy.
I don't know.
I can't remember his name. Is he over there?
I don't even know what to say anymore.
Yep.
Let's see.
All right, transition us to baseball. Let's see it. Let's see the master at work. Segway boy, get it going, buddy. Make it happen.
I'm segueing to the Renegades being in Aberdeen, Maryland.
You
starting
can't just
tomorrow
segue
night.
by saying I'm segueing. You need
Well,
to
I
tie
just
it,
did.
man. Tie the threads. Broadcasting 101. Take the thing, take it to the next place. Don't just teleport. Drive the road.
We are going to quack our way down to Aberdeen, Maryland.
I don't know that counts.
Nah, that was weak, actually.
Yeah,
Not my best effort. Not my best effort at all.
Speaking of duck,
Yes.
Aberdeen Ironburns are going to have to duck all these line drives coming from the Renegades.
Oh, look at you. Look at you. Look at you.
My master.
I mean, that was pretty solid. I'm still pretty proud of my headline from last night when I said basically that for whom the bell tolls, Chad homers and Renegades win.
Yeah, you know who it does toll for?
Who's it toll for?
I rock lobster.
Ducks or birds?
That was medium at best.
That was all right.
Medium at best.
I laughed. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like to laugh.
Conor,
I guess that's it.
give it a grade.
Conor, thoughts?
Counter, give me a grade.
That was poor.
Okay.
That was poor.
Ooh.
So if you were my teacher, what grade would you give it?
No, you could. There's some improvement. You got a C, just an average right there.
Okay. So I
That's
don't have to
not
redo the
unfair.
assignment. I can still graduate on time.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to hold you back for it. But
Got it. Okay.
I'm going to let you know I didn't like it.
All right. So at the end of the semester, if that grade is the difference between like a B+ and an A-, you gonna bump it for me?
It depends how nicely you treat me the rest of this internship.
Interesting. If Conor ever becomes your professor, folks, he's willing to be bought.
That's a good way to go.
It's the thing he learned here on this internship.
That is true.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where else are we going today? We've talked about a little merch. Oh, promos. We've got a week to talk about them, but
Yeah.
we may always promote.
Yeah, we got fun stuff. I guess we got baseball cards. Baseball cards are in. I actually have them right over here.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, they're in.
Sweet. Look
Yeah.
at that.
You don't have a card.
That's all
Sorry,
right.
this is how I'm breaking it to you.
That's all right.
No card for Rook.
I did not expect
Conor
that
has
card.
a card. Connor has one.
Show me Connor's card.
You want to see it? All right, I'll go real fast.
All right.
There it is.
Wow, I could tell that was him.
No, that's Danny Smith. That's the strength and conditioning guy. We got everybody from like on the coaching staff down to like Ryan Shooty or Shoot. How do you say his name? Shoot. Ryan Shoot got one.
Ryan Shoot.
Here's Anthony Siegler. I kind of like this one.
Oh, I like that. Very nice.
Another good one. Shout out to Anthony, our photographer. Did a great job with a lot of these photos. There's one in particular. Well, I kind of like this one. This is Mike Triller. Just looking intense, man. Just looking intense. Gosh, Mitch Spence is one that I've got. I like this one. This feels very vintagey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice
So it was like
shot.
up and close while he was pitching. I was like, that's a good card.
Good shot.
Yeah, I like that one. I also like Saul Torres has a good one.
Saul
Yeah, right here.
Saul with the power last night. A 3-run jack from Saul Torres.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at his stats on the back of his card, courtesy of Conor and Spencer, and he hit 8 home runs in Yankees East in 2018.
Well,
So,
Conor and Spencer should have cards after doing that then.
yeah, 6 homers with the
even.
Pulaski Yankees in 2017.
Yeah.
23 RBIs that year. 32 RBIs with the Yankees East.
I never timed it right to have a baseball card of my own at any stage of my life where kids like Sean had a baseball card every year because when he played baseball, they did those photo cards. That was just my timing was off. That's fine.
Yeah, I've never had a baseball card either. Did you
No?
collect baseball cards? You feel like a guy who has baseball cards.
I still have some,
Yeah.
not a lot. Ones that
Connor, you got cards?
mean something to me.
Yeah, I
Sorry, I
actually
didn't mean to
got
interrupt you.
That's all right. Go ahead, Connor.
I actually
Answer.
got into it a little bit this past semester at school. Me and my friend, we were trying to find our way to the next great money scheme, and we decided card was the way to go.
See, I don't do it as a scheme. I
Yeah.
keep the ones that mean something to me. So you don't have one that's particularly valuable?
Oh, I'd have I can't say they're mine. It's from my dad's collections back in
Okay.
the day.
All right.
Got
What's
it.
he
So you're
have?
stealing them from your dad in order to make a
No.
financial gain.
No,
I got it.
I bought I got a Shohei Ohtani rookie card from a pack this
Okay.
semester. So
Good for you.
that's like a hold on to. That's what I'm saying is my money scheme. I bought some packs like that. And so we're seeing what's going to happen there.
Yeah, I don't think Otani's going anywhere.
Nah. I think
I mean, a
Flash
mediocre
can.
pitcher and a all or nothing swing at the plate. I mean,
I
come on.
agree. He's nobody. Come
Mm.
on. He couldn't even win the home run derby.
Gonna crush your head, Connor.
So,
I think
okay.
that's your head, or is that something else now? No,
I know
that's your head. Okay.
Yeah.
What card of your father's? Can you tell me one?
My favorite one that he has that rookie Derek Jeter, that foil one, that
Okay.
SP, whatever, whichever
like
one
that.
it is. He has that thing and he loves that card.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And it's made of like tinfoil.
It's got some kind of shine on it.
Ah.
Yeah.
I don't know anything really about baseball cards. I had them when I was younger, but it was
Oh, you
more
did?
like- yeah, but it was like the thing you bought and then you'd put them in a thing and then you'd never think about them again.
Gotcha.
So I do have a pile of baseball cards, probably worth enough money to buy the apartment building.
But not really because you've got a misdemeanor.
That's true. They wouldn't allow me to purchase it.
You can't purchase.
There was a
Absolutely
moment
not.
where I was telling Callan, I was like, it might be easier for us to buy a place than it is to rent a place because I didn't wear my seatbelt that one time. And I am an advocate for seatbelting, folks. Wear your seatbelts.
I was a little curious about that part of the story. Just an oopsie where you forgot to put it on?
Honestly, I was running late to work and just sort of like flew out, hopped in my truck and started like, I was probably going a little fast, which is probably why I got pulled over. But
I get it.
Wasn't wearing my seatbelt. Was like, this is not the first time this has happened, but like if I'm running behind, sometimes I will like snap it on as I'm going.
Gotcha.
And I just was hitting the on ramp and hadn't snapped it on yet. And it's absolutely my fault. I paid the ticket.
Yeah.
I accepted my punishment.
Right.
I just don't necessarily see the one-to-one connection between that incident and being a threat to live around.
No, I would say I don't quite get it. Don't quite get it.
It's probably for the best that those types of protections are in place so that in apartments with, small children and stuff that live around, that people aren't coming in with dangerous criminal records. So I guess I understand why it got flagged, but I feel like if you read the words next to the word misdemeanor, that you probably could have exercised a little discretion, but that's just me. Brian Pompa's in the room. He doesn't have a microphone.
Brian Pompa's in the room.
Yeah, he's coming all the way over. He's going to poke his head in. He's going to completely cover up.
Yes, my man, Brian Pompa.
Yeah, I think that's a bit much.
Why? I like Brian. Brian is going to do.
Brian, look at him. Look at that face.
Brian is going to do a Rob's Roundup segment.
No, he's not. He's doing Beside the Beard. You're doing Beside the Beard.
Okay, I'm going to be on Beside the Beard is what
it's a completely different show.
Completely different. When are we
completely different?
When are we doing that?
Never? I don't know.
No, this needs to happen. Brian, speak up.
You can't force a Beside the Beard. A Beside the Beard just happens organically, Rob.
Okay, Brian.
I've done the show 6 or 7 times now.
What?
Brian doesn't have a mic. He can't even talk to you.
I thought he grabbed the mic from Conor.
If he did, Conor's fired.
Well, Conor, it's been fun.
Yeah, it's been real. Yep.
Actually shaking hands.
We'll get him a cake.
What is happening here? What has happened here, everyone?
Most amicable firing that's ever happened.
All right, so we've got baseball cards.
We got baseball cards. We got other stuff coming out. We're doing like a free Britney night, which doesn't mean that you get a Britney to take home.
No, you don't.
It means that we are celebrating Britney Spears and advocating
#free Britney.
Advocating for Britney to be free in her conservatorship. That's where we fall on that issue, I guess. Not knowing much more than the words I just said. Sure, free Britney.
Well done.
We also have fireworks set to the music of Nirvana. We're going to be doing our first. We've changed all of our Saturdays to now be light shows.
Yep.
So we're going to be doing some like light shows. We're not really theming them. They're just going to be kind of parties.
Okay.
I feel like the lights fit better with just sort of party music. So we're just going to try to do parties. So that'll be on Saturdays now, starting this coming Saturday. We've got Christmas in July, one of the days. We've got Halloween in July, one of the other days. Arbor Day in July is probably right around the corner. That's a joke. Did you not like that joke?
Why not?
Conor, did you like the joke?
I did.
Conor's fired.
Oh,
wow.
That's the deep baritone of Brian Pompa if I've ever heard it.
Maybe.
Yeah. Interns have taken over the show.
We're grabbing hats in the background. They have
there's so much going on.
It's over.
There's so much going on.
What is going on back there? You're all fired.
You're all fired. Get out of here.
All right. Well, it was a pleasure working. Conor, nice knowing you.
All right. I'm going to turn that mic off.
Brian's leaving soon anyway.
Yeah. The beard will soon be beside this ballpark as it drives away. Brian, you going to do a half beard for Beside the Beard? Don't answer that. Conor, did you give him his mic?
Yeah, he got it.
No, I can ask direct questions and not expect responses.
The
Both
answer
fired.
is an ambiguous maybe.
All right.
Nice.
Brian had a half beard for his like intern orientation.
First time I ever saw him.
Yeah,
A
first
half
time
beard.
anybody saw him, he was wearing half a beard.
Which half?
Imagine which half do you think?
Yeah,
If you
that's
had
a
to
good
guess.
question.
If you had to guess, Rob,
If I had to,
got like a legit half of a beard, how would you
Vertical.
describe that?
You have a 50-50 shot, Rob.
Yep.
I'm going left.
Going left side. Left side was bearded or left side was shaved?
Left side bearded.
All right, we going stage left or audience left?
Stage left.
Stage left. Okay, so Brian's left. Is that correct?
I can tell you this half of
Talk into the mic.
I can tell you that my right side was shaven.
You're wrong.
Wait. He just said my
left-handed.
right.
His right side was shaved, which means that his left side was bearded.
I'm left-handed, so
What I said, stage left. No, okay.
Stage left would be Brian's left.
Right. So I thought it was Brian's left side.
Yeah, and he said it was his right side that he shaved.
I said the beard was on the left side.
I agree with Rob. I thought that's what he...
All right, fine. We'll check the tape. Audience, weigh in. Were you paying more attention than I was? Go ahead and throw it in the comments. Rob correct or Rob incorrect? Hashtag. Hashtag Rob yes, hashtag Rob no.
I'm looking.
Hashtag stage left.
This is not a very involved audience today. It's a little concerning.
Yeah. I mean,
I think-
it could be that we haven't talked any baseball at all.
Yeah,
That's what
I think
happens when
we've.
the team is on the road for 2 consecutive weeks. We have 3 shows
This does
with
happen.
no baseball team here.
Yeah, that is a problem because we got to do it again next week. Same thing.
Yeah. You know, these guys won't be here because they've been fired. So we'll be much more focused.
See,
Well, here-
Nancy missed it. Oh, Nancy, I was counting on you.
Yep. So that's 1 in my camp. Right. If the replay is inconclusive, then it goes back to the original call in the field.
Yeah, it does. It
Yep.
does.
Yep. Cool.
You're right.
Anthony Volpe is on this team. That sounds fun.
That does sound fun.
Yeah,
and
that's
he's
a
hitting-
segue, right? I just
That is
threw
a-
a name in there.
Yeah, there was no segue there whatsoever. But yeah, he's playing well actually. I am looking forward to seeing him and hoping we don't lose anybody, although I want people to move up, so I guess I shouldn't say that. But
Yeah, Brandon Locker's just moved up kind of
He
in that
did.
same sort of pile. We got 2 other guys. I'm trying to remember their names off the top of my head right now.
Jake Sanford, Pat DeMarco.
Jake Sanford and Pat DeMarco.
correct.
It's good
And I
having
believe-
Connor here, even though he didn't say that into the mic.
Brian was holding it.
Why did you give it to
believe in-
Brian? Why would you give it to
We
Brian?
needed to know the answer to the beard.
also because he's fired. So what does he have to lose?
Yeah, it's true. Never surrender your microphone. You control the microphone.
Never.
Yeah.
Stage
You don't see
left
Rob
said,
taking the
"Thank
headset
you,
off and
Susan."
handing it to like the ducks that are out there.
Thank you, Susan. Stage left.
Stage left was the shaved side.
Stage left, I said,
You
was
said
where the
stage
beard
left
is.
was the shaved side.
Okay. I'll go with it.
It's probably correct. I feel very confident.
Okay.
I feel pretty confident.
All right. Are we done
I
here?
feel confident enough. Do you got anything else you want to talk about?
I have nothing else I want to talk about.
Where are we at in the standings? We still good? We still good?
Still in first place.
All right. That's good. That's all you need to know, folks.
First place in the division, not best team overall in the league. We are currently second
Do we ever play Bowling
behind
Green?
Bowling Green.
Do we ever play?
We
them?
will never. The Renegades will not see Bowling Green this year. They are one of the teams the Renegades will not be visiting or having come up to Duchess Stadium.
Is Aberdeen still in second place?
Aberdeen is still in second place.
And we will never see them again after this week. So this is
That's
the
it.
last chance to kind of overtake us and head to head. And then Wilmington's pretty much the only one who can catch us then at that point.
Yeah, pretty much.
Jersey's not, Brooklyn's not. I'm rooting for a Brooklyn Renegades final, but it's feeling less and less likely. Since we have to play them 72 times at the end of the season.
Yeah, that's just not. I mean, Brooklyn is 20 games behind the Renegades.
So it could happen. They could
Saying
overtake
there's a
us.
chance.
And actually, Jersey Shore and Wilmington are both 14 back. Wilmington has actually dropped into fourth place.
Oh, wow. Because Jersey's got like a
Jersey Shore
tiebreaker or
is tied
something?
for third. I guess so. But they're both 29 and 37.
So we could technically wrap this thing up in Aberdeen because they won't be able to catch us once they never play us again.
I mean, I guess you could say that.
Yeah.
Probably not likely, but yeah, Why not?
And then the championship's pretty much ours because Bowling Green's schedule is so soft.
Right.
I'm basing that on nothing. I've just we've been in first all year, so I just
all right. Now
schedule.
Now I will turn serious.
Okay.
Greensboro is actually 40-26. Now remember, it's the top 2 in terms of winning percentage. The Renegades are second at 652 winning percentage. Bowling Green at 682. But Greensboro is coming up fast. They've won 3 in a row, and they have a 606 winning percentage. That puts them basically 3 games behind the Renegades. So there is a little bit of a battle there.
All right. So in terms of graphics, then let's do a little production meeting here.
Okay.
The standings graphics that I've made for the broadcast is just for our division.
Yes.
I'm starting to think that is irrelevant data.
That is completely true.
Yeah. I think that we need to, given how they're doing these playoffs. And again, I would do them differently. I would do division winners, but that's just me.
I would too.
But given that information,
yes,
I feel like I should be making a combined division graphic that shows where we fall within the Bowling Green, Greensboro of it all, especially as our in-division foes become more and more irrelevant.
I agree
no
with
offense, obviously.
I agree with everything you just said. By the way, minor league baseball's own statistical system does not give us the standings in that format that you've discussed.
I know it's going to require. That's probably why we haven't made it that way, is we've just been copying that into
that would do it
prettier looking thing. But
that would do it.
I'm starting to think playoff, or even just like we do a Division I since we're doing it anyway, and then do like a playoff race, and then we just do maybe the relevant teams, like the top 4, top 5.
I like that.
All right.
I like that.
I'll get right on it. Just as soon as I'm done with the exit interviews for my 2 fired interns, I will. That's usually how it goes.
Conor,
right?
thoughts?
Somebody, and then you still get to do an exit interview. Conor, thoughts?
I think everyone wanted to know which side of the beard was shaven. I'm not gonna stand here and take the heat for giving people the microphone, or giving him the microphone, so we could all get the answer we wanted.
All right, I am reinstating your position because of your attitude and the fact that you stood up for yourself, and then I'm firing you again for saying something so stupid.
Wow.
It's a real topsy-turvy atmosphere.
An emotional roller coaster.
Yeah, a lot of ups, a lot of downs.
It is. It's a tough situation to be in. And by the way, one other thing I need to get off my chest.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what is this, Festivus? Because we're all airing our grievances?
Yes. Darn you, Sam. Darn you, Sam Eisenbaum, and your bucket hat song that I'm still singing weeks later here in Stedman, North Carolina.
Yeah. Renegades, bucket hat, bucket hat, bucket hat. Yeah.
Buckets for the game. Buckets for the Insta fame.
You got it. I'll figure it out. Great.
Oh,
genius.
Hugh McKenna.
Whoever doesn't like it is stupid.
Hugh McKenna just brought up a great thing for us to talk about before we say goodbye. The Homegrown Show on Yes.
Yeah, isn't that kind of cool? Neither of us are featured.
No, not at all. Not even remotely.
Connor didn't even make it in.
I wasn't here.
He wasn't even here.
Didn't make it in.
Brian Pompa said he could see himself vaguely in the background of a shot. That's it, though.
Yep. The usual cast of characters were all featured, and deservedly so. And at least some of our broadcast was shown. So that's
No, in all seriousness, it was pretty cool. It's cool. It's really cool to be featured. It's cool to be seen on Yes.
Yep.
You know, it was fun getting that sort of behind the scenes little, like, you know, the conversations between like Bossy and Torres when they were kind of talking about sushi places and how many sushi rolls they could get, and apparently home run derby between Haas and Zeke.
That's right. And Saul Torres is a big anime guy. I learned that. Yeah. And apparently the catchers are big into cartoons, which was very, very cool to learn. That's probably more than I've learned personally because I don't get to talk to the players otherwise.
Rob's roundup.
I mean, I got Rob's roundup.
Question, Rob. Be like, what kind of anime are you into?
All right. When Saul Torres comes up, I will ask him.
You can ask all of them. They probably all like anime.
They probably
all like some version of a cartoon.
The one player I talk to slightly consistently is Derek Kraft because I email with him. I do have that.
Fun.
Yeah. That's about it. and he hasn't responded to my last email. So
Yeah. Well,
The ghosting.
probably with good,
probably
for
because
good-
you're hanging out with other broadcasters behind his back.
That is true. That
Yeah.
is true. If you're just joining us again, I
Like,
cheated
I
on
thought
the
you were for our team.
Yep, I cheated on the Renegades.
I thought we had something special. And you went and threw it away on a North Carolina hussy.
Are you okay now?
Yeah, I'm good.
Just wanted to check.
I'm in a weird mood today. It's a weird one.
Let's see. I don't think they showed the K signs, if I recall. And I don't know if the Renegades will be back on. I have no information on that.
What are you talking about?
I'm reading some of the questions.
Oh,
Hugh
God,
wanted
I don't
to
know the comments up right now.
Hugh wanted to know, will they be on it all season? I don't know that they will.
I don't. I think they're doing just sort of a hit to all of the spots, all of the different minor league levels. I don't know if they're going to do multiples because it's not like a daily show, and it's
right.
I don't even think it's weekly. I think it's probably like once a month they're popping.
Is it?
On.
I don't even know.
I don't know, honestly. So I know that I have not heard plans that they're coming back, but that doesn't mean that they're not.
Yep.
And I would assume they hit Scranton and Tampa, and maybe they already hit Tampa. I don't know. But Somerset, they're going to hit everybody else. So
yeah, and they featured a piece of our broadcast because they featured Siegler's Grand Slam, which was fun. And and look, they didn't use my voice. That's fine. They used
they did use. I emailed it, so I guess that's fun.
So see,
I'm technically in there because
you're technically in it
of an email.
It's Sean's camera work. It's Sam's direction. It's other cameras. So
it's my graphic design,
your graphics, your score.
Actually, I don't even know. Did I send them the meld? I might have sent them the meld. So might not have had graphics on it. Anyway, as you were.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if we'll ever see them again. I'm assuming we will eventually. Hey, there's someone named Gwen Adams, no relation, who's saying hi to you.
Oh yeah, that's my aunt or my aunt-in-law.
Oh, very nice. No, but no relation. But that's okay.
Yeah.
Like
my wife's aunt is Gwen Adams. Yeah. No relation to Rob.
No relation, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Adams,
speaking of family, I did actually find out some news yesterday. My brother had a baby.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks. I'm a double uncle, I guess, because it's
definite congratulations.
Brian, I swear to God. No, it's little Annie. Little Annie's was born. I don't remember what time. I'm trying to look at the text real fast, but there's a pile of them. There's a little picture of her that you can't see that other people are looking at. Let's see. Annie Olive May Neubauer, 6 pounds, 5 ounces, 19 inches, born at 9:44 a.m. yesterday. Congratulations.
That is awesome.
Laura. Jordan didn't do much, but whatever. Yeah. Laura kicked it out the park. Jordan was there.
Congratulations. That's great.
There you go. Another little munchkin running around.
That is awesome.
That's a good time.
Yep. I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's a good way. I think that's a good way to end.
All right, Conor, any final thoughts?
No.
All right, Brian, any final thoughts?
So
help me stop talking. The answer is no, and you put the microphone down.
Yes.
You can't find good help, Rob.
I know.
Don't worry, you'll never see me on this
How
again.
dare you?
I challenge authority.
Wow.
We got to get off this because I can't be seen murdering somebody. It might put my new apartment at risk.
You might have a little more than a misdemeanor if you do that.
Yeah. Well, not if I hide the body well. They might plea it down to a seatbelt ticket.
Just be sure to buckle your seatbelt.
All right. At the very least, I will be back in New York or Connecticut by this time next week when we
visiting me in prison.
Yes,
right across the road.
Visiting in prison, which could be a problem. Hopefully not, but we'll see you next week. Renegades on the road now to Aberdeen for their one and only trip to Cal Ripken's place, and that's it. And then they come back, and we'll see them in a week with Wilmington. Trying to remember.
Wilmington is correct.
Thank you. All right. On
Conor
that note,
can stay.
Conor, you're hired again.
Yep. Brian, so help me.
And Spencer's fired.
Who's Spencer?
guy who used to work here because we fired him.
Yeah. Get them all out of here.
All right.
Setting this building on fire. No, I'm not. Apartment building, I am not doing
Nope.
that.
He's going to unbuckle all the seatbelts.
That I might do.
Wow.
I might go unbuckle everybody's seatbelt. Like, guys,
He
I'm just
will
standing by the
unbuckle.
gate,
He
clicking
will
everybody's
unbuckle.
thing as they drive by.
All
Yeah.
seat belts will be
Renegades
unbuckled.
unbuckling. Renegades, renegades.
Oh, I was going back to the B-52s, but okay.
Oh. Standing by the sign. Here was Zach unbuckling seat belts. Unbuckler. Unbuckler.
Goodbye, Nancy. Goodbye, everybody. Have
Bye,
a good
everybody.
week. For Zach, Connor, and the other guy over there. No, Brian. We love Brian.
Yeah.
For the whole crew, I'm
How
Rob.
dare you say his name, Rob?
Yeah, I'm fired. Don't say my name.
How dare you?
I'll be back in New York next week from North Carolina. So long, everyone. Thanks for watching and listening to Renegades Weekly. Goodbye, everyone.
I should probably pull up the thing that I can stop the recording on.
Okay. Yeah, you probably should.
Brian! I legit don't know where it is.
Zach
I
is.
have way too many windows open, Rob.
Zach closes windows.
He was too busy firing Brian.
How many times did I get fired today?
Several.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, post how many times Brian was fired in the chat. I'm gonna have raw lobster stuck in my head for the
Yeah, you are.
for sure. This is taking a while. I'm almost gonna have Brian run up and as his last act hit the stop button. No, there we go.
Well, we can create a parody called Rob Lobster.
I
Rob
love
Lobster.
that. Eight.
He was
eight
in North
times.
Carolina.
Nancy
Listen to
says
Knox.
8 times.
8 times. She was counting.
8 times.
If I was half the host or the co-host of this that I should be, I would put a little counter and a ding on the podcast every.
That would be phenomenal.
But
That-
I'm not gonna do it.
Not gonna do.
Not gonna
Count.
do it. Didn't even bleep his swear last week. All right, now I'm there. So now do your signing off thing again.
Bye, everyone. See you next week.
All right, now do it in Spanish.
Hector, where are you? Hector speaks Spanish.
All right.
Oh, Nancy guessed. Okay, fine. I was
All
going
right.
with it. Goodbye, everyone. For the whole gang, see ya.